Well, good morning, everyone. It's a little earlier than my normal weekly meditation, but it's a beautiful morning. And I do have to admit, I've already had someone from up in Lindsay gloating that it's about, 14 degrees Celsius, so about 56, 57 Fahrenheit. And it's only 2 degrees Celsius here at this morning, or about 35 Fahrenheit. So gloat all you want, that's fine, but it's going to get nice and warm later today here in southern Arizona. This is a different day today. It's a special day. It's a day that marks a change to the world. 1 year ago today, the World Health Organization announced that we are now in a worldwide pandemic. It is a time that marks the beginning of a change for everyone. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. There have been millions that have been affected by COVID. There have been millions who have died. In the United States, this country that I am now living, there have been more than 500,000 who have died. The pandemic has changed the way people see the world. It has also changed the way we see relationships. We're afraid to go near other people. We're afraid to hug, and rightfully so. Until things change, until we are all vaccinated as much as possible, only then will we be able to start entering back into large group gatherings and being able to hug and to kiss each other again and to shake hands and not be afraid to be near each other. The emotional and mental effects of this 1 year of pandemic, and now as we continue several months into what will be a second year, there are a lot of changes. But I want to share with you Psalm 28, verses 7 to 11. Because even in times of difficulty, in times of darkness, as this pandemic has been, we need to lean even more on God. We need to seek out the saving grace and love and power and strength that God offers us. So I'm going to read this. So Psalm 28, verses 7 to 11. Blessed is the Lord, for he has heard the voice of my prayer. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and I have been helped. Therefore my heart dances for joy, and in my song will I praise him. The Lord is the strength of his people, a safe refuge for his anointed. Save your people and bless your inheritance. Shepherd them and carry them forever. More than ever, through this past year, when people have had to self-isolate and just be away from their loved ones and friends, we need to lean on God. As I mentioned, we need to know that God not only hears our prayers, but offers us strength. And through this time of pandemic, God has been working. See, there's always the other side of every situation. You know, every night will lead to the sunrise and the light of day. And in this time of pandemic, we have seen such reaching out and care for others that has even increased more than before the pandemic. In my last parish at St. Paul's in Lindsay in Ontario, Canada, it was so impressive how people were sharing, were calling each other. We're just visiting people on their sort of doorstep just to say hello, see how you're doing. There was pictures being taken of people in their homes from outside, of course, just to keep in touch. People became creative in how they were able to connect. And here at St. Francis in the Valley, in Green Valley, Arizona, there has been food that's been delivered to people. We have had, with the blessing of the bishop, a a way of sharing communion on a weekly basis to people who are unable to come to church through a thing called communion to go, as we call it. We have become creative in ways of touching the hearts of people that I'm hoping and praying that even when the pandemic is over, we will continue to do. So what lessons can we take from this past year of pandemic, and as we continue through the next several months of it, when the pandemic is over, what can we do that from the positive side that we can take away and continue to expand and enhance our communities of faith, our friendships with strangers. We have people that are reaching out in ways that, again, they were happening before, but right now even more is happening. There's much more conscious intention and effort to help people in need. So if someone has a need, they're suffering because of unemployment due to the pandemic, we're able to help in one way or another. We have accelerated our support of the local food bank. We are here at St. Francis, we're also, even though we can't cross the border into Mexico, we're still providing items to go into Mexico to the migrants who are waiting on the Mexico side of the border. There are things that can be done. So wherever you are listening from, whatever community you're from, is there something that needs to be done in your local community? Is there a need that has not yet been addressed through this time of pandemic that you could help change the life of someone? That you can, with the support of the Spirit behind you, is there something that you can do to make the life of someone brighter? Is there something that can be done? So this morning I say hello to all of you. It is an anniversary day that we are not happy to celebrate, but let's remember that God is with us, that God hears our prayers, God is our strength and our shield, and that we are to continue to trust in God as we continue through the coming months. But again, not just to focus on our inability to be together as we would like, but how can we, in this time, continue to reach out to those who may have to continue to be isolated and may continue to feel that loss of coming together and not being able to see their friends and family. What can you do in your local community, your neighbors, within your church, to make the life of others brighter until we can get past this pandemic? Hi, Anthony. Let's just have a moment of prayer. Blessed are you, strong shepherd of your people. You hear us when we lift our hands in prayer. And through your Son, Jesus Christ, you give us the promise of an eternal inheritance. Blessed are you forever. Nice to see all of you who are watching. And Father Nazir over in Thailand, I know you're watching too. So this is wonderful. This is, we try to say, how has the pandemic made a difference? Well, Southern Ontario all the way to Thailand and through all out the United States, we're able to connect with each other in ways that we would never have thought of before the pandemic. So have a blessed day. Enjoy the spring-like weather in Southern Ontario for all my friends up there. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.